Hello, Keyforgers. It's Brobnar89 here with another edition of Groundbreaking Discovery here on Cull the Weak. When you are watching this, it's actually going to be my birthday. So I think for my birthday, we'll go with this backwards deck that is hastily stuffed into this very confusingly laid out Archon box here. Lots of fun. So let's see what the backwards deck has in store for me. Okay. Yes. All right. We got the name. We got the name at the top this time. Let's see what it is. If I can open that up. There we go. C. Richard, the Canyon Æmbercrafter. Okay. Well, let's hope for a nice bursty deck then. Should be maybe some Sanctum or some Untamed burst here. Okay, there's Sanctum. Yep, come on, Urian. Let's get another super Urian deck going on. Star Alliance could definitely help out with Urian with some of those big upgrade Light of the Archons. Urian deck can be really strong. And Logos. Groundbreaking Discovery. Let's see it. Let's see it, Mr. Æmbercrafter. Can I get a super awesome deck for my birthday? I hope so. I hope so. All right. Let's see what we have. Neat little Archon card too here. Looks almost like a ram's head or something like that. All right, let's see what we got. Starting off with Ruins of Archonsis. This is the artifact that you put 4 amber onto it and you get to archive a card, and then after a player plays their 6th card in a turn, if Ruins of Archonsis is ready, move each amber from Ruins of Archonsis to that player's pool. So you need a lot of draw and or archiving to make this happen. It's almost like a epic quest, but you just get amber instead of getting keys. So almost as hard to pull off, but not as good. Well, it's probably easier to pull off just because Logos tends to have a little more archiving than Sanctum. And here we see an example of some of that. A Eureka, one of my favorite cards in the game. It is in fact an alpha. You play, you gain 2, you archive 2 random cards. Love that card. Awesome. Forgive or forget. Archive 2 cards of different types from your discard pile, or purge up to 2 cards from each discard pile. Okay, so far we're seeing some pretty strong support for that Ruins of Archonsis, so thinking that there's a decent chance you could pull it off. Professor Garwin. This is the 3-power elusive creature with Reap. You may choose a card in your archives and put it into your hand. Really like this card. Helps you to make that random archiving from Eureka just a little bit less random. Armadrone, fight steel 1 power 3 armor. E-die, even more archiving, increase that key cost. Love it. Science. For the remainder of the turn, you get to gain an amber every time you play another action card. So far, we only have 1 action card that will work with, because Eureka is alpha, so it won't work with Science, because you have to play it first. Submersive Principle. Okay. So that does work with Science, but you're deleting amber with Submersive Principle. It's effectively Effervescent Principle, but you lose 1 if the tide is not high. Each player loses 1 if the tide is not high, instead of cutting the amber in half. So good to see. It's some of the only scaling amber control in the set. 2 of them. That's pretty strong. That is pretty strong, especially with the archiving. You can put it away for when you're really going to need it. I like that. Talmage Steelheart, you get power counters for each card that you've played in the turn, making it nice and big. Oh, wow. Yeah, even more random archiving. Theory or Conjecture, archive the top 2 cards of the deck, or play the top card of your deck. Really neat. 2 of those. Wow. I like this Logos. Very speedy Logos indeed. Some decent burst potential out of Science with the 2 Submersive Principles, 2 Theory or Conjecture, and Forgive or Forget as possible there. So that's like 5 but Submersive Principle, you know, is deleting Amber, so not as good as we might hope it would be. Talmage could get pretty big. Eat Eye is always great. This is a really solid card to have in this deck. Just like with all the random archiving we have, that's really good to help sort of thin out that archive and make it a little bit more efficient. And then I think Ruins of Arkansas has a solid chance of firing on your turn. Pretty cool. All right, let's see what we've got in Sanctum. Starting off with the All Master 4 power, 1 armor, deploy taunt. Each of All Master's neighbors captures 1. Nice. A little bit of Amber control. And keep something safe like that, Eat Eye. Hedron's Wall. Excellent. Each friendly flank creature gets +2 power. What do we like that with in this deck? Eat Eye for sure. Talmage, make it even bigger. Armadrone, make it more viable. You can get that steal 1 off more. Even Garwin, just to make it a little bit more sticky. That's cool. Hold Fast, 6 power. One of Hold Fast, after one of Hold Fast neighbors is dealt damage, ready Hold Fast. I haven't found a lot of good uses for Hold Fast so far. I mean, anytime you can ready a card during your turn is pretty great. So, Honor or Glory, choose 1. Deal 3 damage to each flank creature or deal 3 damage to each creature not on a flank. Let's hope we see a Cleansing Wave to go with that. Badge Megas. Deploy. Fight. Ready and fight with each of Badge Megas' neighbors 1 at a time. Pretty neat card. Again, anytime you can ready and use stuff, you're pretty happy. Cleansing Wave. There it is. There's that Æmbercrafting that we saw in the name. Yeah, this is a really strong combo of cards. And with all the archiving, there's a very good chance you'll be able to play them in the same turn. So that's really strong. Hammergram, again, goes with Cleansing Wave and helps sort of manage your opponent's board. Larry of the Lake. Ooh, very good. You get to have that armor, bonus armor on your creatures. Makes the Honor or Glory a lot less harmful to your side, right? Because if everything has 2 armor, then you're only taking 1 on each creature that doesn't already have armor on it. So that's great. Strange Ordination, some more burst. 3 pips on it, only play it if the tide is high. A second one. Wow, they were not kidding when they said Æmbercrafter, that's for sure. Whoa, okay. Wow, okay. That's a lot of Strange Ordination. That is a lot of Amber Burst right there. That's crazy. I mean, obviously, Infernus is very scary. Wow, that's really good. Now, if you are facing Infernus, you do have this, right? Purge up to 2 cards from each discard pile. So you can purge out 2 Strange Ordinations, and then your opponent can't hit them with Infernus if it stays there long enough to get purged. So there is potential there. That is insane burst. That's really good. Anti-Urian. Wow. Okay, this deck has a lot of Amber potential. Æmbercrafter is no joke. All right, Urian the Circumspect gains Amber equal to its armor. So when it reaps, so already we have Larry. So that's a potential to gain 4 Amber off of 1 reap, because you'll have 3 armor and the normal gaining from reaping. Cool. Yeah, I don't see anything else that's going to boost the armor so far. Let's see if we have anything in Star Alliance. Ooh, I like this card. General Order 24. This is a returning card from previous sets. I'll read it because I think it's a bit of a rare one. At the start of each player... Well, it is rare, but I think maybe it's not super well known. At the start of each player's turn, they must choose a creature they control and destroy each creature of the chosen creature's house. If that player has no creatures in play, destroy General Order 24 instead. So it's kind of a slow board wipe that your opponent gets some ability to manage too, but it's a fun card. It's a very Keyforge card. All right, Professor Emeritus Keyring. Is a 1-power creature. Deploy, play Fight Reap, use one of Emeritus Keyring's neighbors. If the tide is high, also use Keyring's other neighbors. So really strong. House cheating goes really great with the Urian. You know, play Reap with it off turn. Great with Badge Magus. Because you can ready and fight with it, and then, you know, you don't really want to. If you can fight into something elusive with Keyring, then you can ready Badge Magus again. I think you can actually rule of 6 with this, right? Yeah, you would be able to rule of 6 this. Badge Magus is gonna. I mean, you're gonna run out of elusive things to fight, right? Eventually. So it would be a very unusual situation that you'd be able to rule of 6 it, but you can just repeat it until the creatures die. So that's pretty cool. Ready and use goes well with Armadrone. I like that. And Professor Garywin. So you can get a Star Alliance card out of your archives to use on your turn. Nice. Lay of the Land. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck and put them back in any order, and then you get to draw a card. Very strong card. Efficiency. Love it. Ooh, even more efficiency. Together, play a non-Star Alliance card. If the tide is high, you may play another non-Star Alliance card. Biome Discovery. If the tide is high, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck and discard one of them. Otherwise, raise the tide. Nice. Second one of those. Great. We were kind of lacking tide control in this deck. Science Officer Kincan, 2-power elusive. We know Kincan. You get to steal if there's... Yeah, no card. A second one. If there are no cards of the house that you choose, your opponent chooses in play when they choose their house, then you get to steal one. You know Kincan. 2 of those. Interesting. Come on. There we go. Shield You Later. Ooh, all right. Shield You Later may be played as an upgrade with the text, give this creature +2 armor. Obviously, got to pair really nicely with Urian. That's the potential for, if you have Larry and Shield You Later, that's +4 armor. That's going to be reaping for 5 amber. A second Shield You Later. All right, very cool. Unity or Discord. Ooh, again, goes really well with Urian. Use a friendly non-Star Alliance creature. Or you can return 2 creatures and their upgrades to your hand. I think we're going to be going with use non-Star Alliance and a zap. 1 damage to each creature for each house represented among creatures in play. Okay, so this is definitely a burst deck. We have some Amber control. I think Armadrone and Submersive Principles. 2 Submersive Principles, I think, are the only Amber control in here. The Elms Master gives you a little bit as well. But other than that, we are definitely lacking for Amber control in here. Kincan, but, you know, that's pretty unreliable. It's more Kincan's more of disruption than Amber control, in my opinion, because your opponent has to either basically they have to give you one or figure out a way to play around it. Wow, this is a really fun looking deck though. Look at that. That's crazy. That is crazy burst potential here. Let's go ahead and look at the pips. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. Oh, okay. Actually, not very many pips. Wait a minute. Did I count each of these as 1? I counted each of these as 1. Whoops. So that's going to be a lot more. So 9 plus 6 is 15. Still not a huge number of pips, but we do have some crazy burst potential between the Cleansing Wave and Honor or Glory and Urian with some upgrades that could get really, really crazy here. But yeah, not as many pips as I might have expected. We do have quite a lot of speed. If you look at the efficiency cards, Unity or Discord, 1, 2, 3, 4 for together. Lay of the Land, 5. Badge Magus almost counts as 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, lots of really strong efficiency cards in here. So this is going to be a very fast deck. I think you're going to be able to generate more amber than the pips might indicate on their own. We can count the creatures as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So still low on creatures, but this deck is going to go so fast that I think you'll find that you'll be able to use those creatures pretty quickly, pretty effectively. In terms of board control, we have Zap for some spot removal. We have General Order 24 to just kind of generally clean up the board. That's going to be pretty effective. Hammergram for a little bit of spot removal. Honor or Glory also going to work in that vein for you. Tau Mage can take care of some big targets there. So not super strong removal in this deck, but enough for a rush deck that I think you could make it happen. The only thing this deck seems to be missing is some sort of key cheat. Epic Quest wouldn't be great because there's not a lot of knights. Actually, Epic Quest probably would be really good because there's so much archiving. But Dataforge, maybe. With all the archiving, Dataforge would probably be pretty viable here. But, you know, it's missing. So there you go. I would love to see some key cheats in this deck, but as it stands, it looks really fun. It looks like a really fun rush. Going to be weak to Infernus. Going to struggle with decks that really like dominate the board and force you to address the board. That's going to be a bit of a struggle for this deck, I think. But yeah, it definitely looks very fun and reasonably strong. I will be having fun playing C. Richard the Canyon Æmbercrafter, very appropriately named deck. This has been groundbreaking discovery on Cull the Weak, and I will catch you next time.